in Kumasi have said that this week alone, they've reported on 3. Joining us for a conversation, and I need you to be part of it, particularly if you're in Kumasi or the Ashanti region. You can give us a call right now, 0302-211-6910, 0302-211-6910. My guest is DCOP David Agyemang, Deputy Regional Police Commander in the Ashanti region. He's ready to address all your concerns, so join us with your phone calls now. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Can you tell us about the incident? And my colleague Arasa Sasari Donko was recapping for us a bit earlier. From June to now, we've recorded about 8 robbery cases. What are your records saying?
Yes, I agree with him. We had about say out of what we've experienced in the past. I think that looking at statistics, we think that the numbers are not as high as they used to be. Yes, we are doing our best to. We cannot stop everything, but we minimize them as much as possible. And the regional command has put in a number of measures, and I'm sure Erastus and his team will tell you what we are doing here. It's unfortunate. Any robbery that takes place is traumatizing to the victims involved, and so we wish that they do not happen at all. But I guess we also need to let people understand that primarily their security must be their. They should take their security much more seriously than I think, because I mean, if you look at the policing numbers and what we have, we cannot be everywhere at every time, and so we would advise all citizens to be conscious about their security and ensure that the first line of protection is theirs.
Tell us about the incident recorded this week alone. There was a Chinese man that was also gunned down, we're told.
We've had a report, and I think that we are closing in on the perpetrators. I think this week we've had a couple of robberies, men on motorbikes apparently attacking victims, taking what is supposed to be money from them. And we are seriously investigating, and I'm sure very soon you will hear about what we've been able to do.
Okay. Is there...
But yes, I may also use this opportunity to tell every resident of Kumasi watching this program that it is also their responsibility to tell us who these persons are, because I'm sure people know them because they are operating in virtually in the same vicinity. And so I'm sure there are people who have chanced on them and know them. So we are appealing to such people to come and give us information so that we can be able to apprehend these people and get our city safer.
Okay, let me speak to Hakeem, and then I'll come to whether or not they're using new means. I beg your pardon. So let's hear from Hakeem. Hakeem, good morning.
Good morning. Well, hello. My take is that.
Hello, Hakeem.
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Kindly turn down the volume on your television set, okay?
Yeah,
so we can do the conversation through the phone.
Okay, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, sometimes we have to be plain to the fact. The issue is that in the last administration, we had we had a policy called visibility, and the visibility. For me, I've been traveling a lot, and before the visibility, the robbery cases were rampant. But in the advent of the visibility, the cases has reduced drastically. But this current administration has withdrawn this particular policy. I strongly believe it has contributed a lot to the insecurity that we are currently experiencing.
Okay, so
the other thing is that, weapons have been given to what they call it, these hoodlums.
When you say weapons have been given to them, who are you referring to? Who gave them the weapons?
Well, the so-called national security.
Okay, I guess we can't continue to have this conversation. You can't make wild allegations like that. I appreciate your earlier comments about police visibility, though. We're going to put that to the Deputy Police Commander. Let's speak to Christopher. Good morning, Christopher. Hello, Christopher. Okay, unfortunately, we lost Christopher. But let me come to you, Ms. Ajem. My earlier caller was talking about visibility.
Yes.
Has anything changed?
My sister, what we have to understand is that policing is situational. And so depending on the situation you have on the ground, you tailor your policing activities. I mean, what we want to achieve is that we want to make sure that crime is minimized. And so what we realized was that, yes, we had the visibility, so we didn't have people doing these things in the daytime, but rather we're having a lot of problems during nighttime. And so we have now decided that because we're having more cases in the nighttime, we've deployed more men. And so we have the same number of men. And so if you are deploying more men at night, it means that you cannot deploy the same number of men during the day. And let me tell you, I mean, Hakeem was talking about the fact that the situation was hitherto. If I tell you that in 2000.
Okay, so our connection has just gone bad there. We'll try and re-establish contacts. In the meantime, let me speak to Clemens. Clemens is in Ejura. Hello, Clemens. Good morning. Hello, Clemens. You're here.
In the as of today, October. So if you look at the statistics, then his statement about insecurity is really not founded on any basis.
So we lost.
If you look at the statistics, the numbers are rather.
Ms. Ajem, we lost the beginning of that submission. You were using the statistics, so I would ask you to do that again for me. But let me take a call.
Yes.
Let me take a call, and then I'll come back to you so you can go back and share those statistics with us. Nuruddin is in Kumasi. Nuruddin, you're on air. Thanks for your call.
Okay, thank you. Please, madam, I would just like to comment on the visibility. You know, it was an effective tool in combating crime in Kumasi. We all witnessed how it was effective, how we were seeing policemen during the day everywhere, and then in the night they would go on patrol. But in the last 2 or 3 years, we've not been witnessing it. I think that greatly accounts for the increase in robbery, broad daylight robbery that we are seeing, like the recent one in Atum.
Okay, but is there visibility at least in Ejura at night?
No, I'm talking about the Kumasi actually.
Yes, but I'm asking, is it at night or you're talking about day?
You know, the visibility were present during the day, and in the night you were seeing frequent patrols, but we don't see them anymore actually.
Okay, all right, great. Our commander deputy commander will address that. Clements is back. Hello, Clements.
Yeah, madam, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Clement from Takoradi.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. Hello, Clements. Oh, the lines are playing tricks on us this morning, but just keep trying. 030221169102. Clements, you're still on. Hello, Clements.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Clement. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Clement from Takoradi. I just want to, re-emphasize on the guy who called the second caller. If somebody wants to make either allegation or anything sort, you must to listen to the person, and afterwards you do your own investigation.
Okay. All right, Clements. I appreciate your thoughts, but I have to let you go. Unfortunately, I can't allow anybody to make wild allegations. I can't listen to you before investigating. You must come with something more than just saying it, unfortunately, though. But we're sticking to the security situations in Ashanti region. We've got the Ashanti police joining us. So if you've got any thoughts that you want to share, any questions, anything that will make you feel safer than you do right now? Kindly give us a call and share your thoughts. Let's go to Christopher. Christopher is back. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Christopher. Okay, I don't seem to have Christopher. So let me bring Ms. Ajem. You were talking about the statistics. I was saying that we missed what you shared largely. So can you go back to it? Hello, sir.
Yes. Was alluding to the fact that because we are not visible. Hello.
Yes, you're on, sir. We can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
What I was saying was that the last caller was the caller was alluding to the fact that because the police is not visible, that's why. But I'm telling him that it is not true, because there are police very visible at night, and people have even started complaining on policing is situational. So depending on the situation and what you have on the ground. Hitherto, we had a number of cases during the day, and so we deployed people during the day. Now, what we are doing is that the statistics show that the assertion that the city is becoming insecure is not true, because if you look at the statistics from example 2012, in 2012 we had about 367 robberies. As at October this year, we've had about 165, which is less than half what was the case earlier. And so let's not just throw in things because we want to throw in things. Let's just tell you that robberies are very minimal now. Now you don't hear people going to people's homes to rob them. Occasionally, yes, you hear once, but these are things we think we have contained.
Okay.
All right,
let's take two more calls
that are coming up.
Let's take two more calls, sir, and then I'll come back to you. Kojo Asante is from Techiman, and then Stephen from Kath. I'll come to you after Kojo Asante. Kojo Asante, a very good morning to you. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Mama V.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much for having me.
Great.
In fact, honestly speaking, the commander is saying that the statistics has reduced. But those of us, in fact, I'm calling from Techiman, but I stay in Kumasi. I just came to do some business and I'll go back.
Okay.
You see, Kumasi is becoming a very dangerous place because the robberies are changing to the extent that they are no longer coming to your homes, knock at your door and rob you, but just step out and somebody pull a gun or knife on you. And that's what is happening. Currently, the issue with motorbikes is becoming so dangerous. The SDA guy who was killed, I knew him. You see, and they are lurking just in front of banks. And I wonder why the police is still not visible in these areas. In the night, you hardly see policemen. In fact, it appears as if they are sleeping because every single traffic that you cross, you see that they are not there and drivers do whatever they want. Police, these people with aboboya and motorbike do whatever they want. You hardly see the police in action. In fact, we must change the mode of police operation. Mama V, why are we not having street cameras with this, what is going on now? We are not seeing any improvement in security. Technology is abound. Cameras are there. And we can invest in cameras outside to really foster apprehending criminals who shoot and kill people in daylight in Kumasi. It's becoming very rampant. What you don't hear in the news are many than what comes out. Trust me.
Well,
and the commander, what he's telling you is not true. As far as those of us staying in Kumasi, it's far from the truth.
All right, Kojo. Well, thank you very much. Let's hear from Stephen. Stephen is from Kath. Hello, Stephen.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Stephen.
Yes, my submission is that. Yeah, my submission is that Yes, Mama V, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Steve. Please go ahead.
All right. My submission is that security is the responsibility of both the citizenry and then the state institutions that are, and then the state institutions that are responsible for. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that on the part of the citizenry, I think that we need enough education. Should you meet a Ghanaian outside and ask him, did you see any person pass by in a few minutes? He will not be able to tell you. So we need to be taught how to really observe and keep observations found. We should actually be taught how to ask certain line of questions. And then when we see motors, etc., passing by on top speed, we should ask ourselves, what is it about? When we have this line of thought, this line of action, we'll be able to feed the police when something happens.
Okay.
Besides that, the police also have a role to play. When we ask simple questions like, where those armed robbers, where are they getting the guns from? Where are they getting the ammunition from? So it's a question that must actually be asked properly. If it's that they import them in, what are the entry points? If it's that they produce them locally here, then when they are caught, armed robbers are caught, we should trace back to where they bought the guns from, the manufacturing center. And I'm very sure that if we're able to deal with them according to our protocols, the situation of armed robbery will be kept.
Stephen, very important points you raised there. Thank you very much. Let's get our Deputy Police Commander to address the concerns that have come through. Sir.
Yes, thank you. I think somebody alluded to people having weapons, yes. But the point is that, like the last caller said, security is a joint responsibility. We live with these persons who own the arms, albeit illegally. But we do not come and report them. I mean, the police will not know what is happening in every home. And so we are entreating each one of us to be a good citizen and start reporting these matters. If you see somebody who has a gun and the person is not supposed to have it, let us know, let us effect an arrest, let us investigate these persons. If we're able to do these, then we'll reduce the number of arms in the system. Of course, we know the number of registered weapons, but most of these ones that are being used for these robbery activities are not licensed. And so we are taking the opportunity to advise every citizen that it is their responsibility to report these, and we are those are open to accept these.
Okay, so just finally
then
on
somebody
this,
was talking about
your
cameras on the
statistics.
streets. Well,
yes, your statistics look good, but the people don't feel safe.
Yes, I think that the reason why people don't feel safe is that it's also because now information travels faster than it used to. And so when things don't even happen, you hear people talking about things that have happened. I mean, and so that is probably what is creating the insecurity. But I want to assure every person who lives in Kumasi that the police is up and doing, and we are there to protect everybody. What we must understand is all law enforcement is a shared responsibility. The public have hired our services to provide a service. And so they should also help us do the job they have given us by giving us as much information as they can and have about these miscreants. And we assure them that we'll do what is in our powers to get these people arrested and prosecuted. But you see, the other point I need to also say is that for the last few months, we've had a number of cases where persons who have been arrested, prosecuted, sometimes convicted, are coming out back on the streets. We do not know how they are coming back on the streets. And so you arrest these people, and most of them are ex-convicts or persons who are supposed to be in prison. It is something that is baffling, and we are also becoming a bit too lenient. And courts that do that. And so if you arrest, prosecute them before a court of law and they are granted bail, it is difficult for the police to do something about it.
Okay, so
I know that the police command.
Unfortunately, we're losing you again. But most importantly, I wanted you to leave us with the phone number so our friends in the Ashanti region and in Kumasi, how can they reach the police? Well, he's gone off, but I'm going to get in touch off air and make sure that we leave that phone number or numbers with you. The last thing that we want to do on this conversation is really, really important. What numbers do you call if you feel unsafe? But that's our conversation on Ask the Ashanti Police, and I hope that, do really pray and hope that you've received enough assurances and that the police have given you some confidence this morning. When we come back, Dr. Samson Asala is general practitioner with Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center. He's our doctor talking to us about breast cancer in men. Stay with us.